In these kind of reviews, there's been certain types of patterns. Either I have played a game but I have never beaten it, or I haven't touched them at all. This is quite different from those reviews. See, I have played this game, I have beaten it, heck, I have even completed it. And quite frankly, it's my favorite childhood game of all time. It's what I played constantly when I was a child. But did I play this game because I was so naive to understand the full concept of it? Or was it really a good game? Well, only one way to find out. For this marathon to be over, welcome to WEIRDO Review! Welcome to WEIRDO Review. Today we are talking about my favorite childhood game of all time that was originally on the Wii and now ported for the Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Galaxy. I have played and beaten this game at least twice. And fun fact, this is the second Mario game I played. The first one was Super Mario Bros. For the NES and I never completed and beaten that. Sue me. So yeah, I have played this game, but now that I've aged, now that I've become more mature, hopefully I became more mature, is this game actually good, or was I just blinded because I was a child? Let's find out, Sabi. Oh, and spoilers ahead. You, guess what, still play as Mario. What? I only got my trophy. Move on. Princess Peach invites you to celebrate the Star Bits festival with her when suddenly Bowser comes and attacks the whole place and kidnaps Princess Peach. Again. But this time, he just took the whole castle with him. Guess he learned a thing or two from Paper Mario, eh? While you were trying to save her, you got blasted off in the middle of space and landed on a deserted planet. Which begs so many questions. 1. How did Mario breathe in space? 2. How is this planet sustainable because how slow the mass is? And 3. This is the main point. What in the galaxy is going on here? Which all that answer is told by the newest character of the Marioverse, Rosalina. She is the protector and the watcher of the cosmos. She also takes care of Lumas. What happened was Bowser seemed to have stolen all the stars to make a new galaxy where he and the princess will rule over the whole universe. And in order to put a stop to it, you need to gather enough stars to reach the center of the universe. Even though the center of the universe is both nowhere and everywhere, look it up. You also get the main power of this game, Spin Attack. And now everything is set. It's up to you to save not only the princess, but the whole universe as well. I'll be honest, it's cheesy, it's over the top, but man do I love this story. I will say this over and over again. It's always nice that Mario games do have story, and this was the most story we ever gotten, ever. At least when it comes to 3D Mario games. Not all Mario needs it, but it's always nice to have them every now and then. But now I'm just saying it like a broken record. What I feel happy about this story is that yes, it's over the top and we are going to planet and space! Sorry, couldn't contain myself. Even if you were going to space, it just feels like a Mario game. Nothing too out of ordinary. Once you see it, you just feel like Mario's at home, even though it's far from it. I also like the side story that you get once you unlock the library. It's basically a bedtime story to Lumas and you unlock each chapters along the way. So, it's cheesy. But you know what? It's a Mario game and honestly, cheesiness fits him too well. Eat your cheese, Mario! But what makes unique concept of Mario having a story also helps when the game looks amazing. The camera still sucks. Honestly, Nintendo just gave us a full 360 camera rotation and it would solve future games by a lot. Though with that said, the camera isn't bad as well. More specifically, the transition of camera angles. When you're going from planets to planets, sometimes there's stages where it's only 2D platforming, and sometimes you go from 3D to 2D to 3D again. And honestly, they executed the flow of the camera pretty spot on in my opinion. To the point I didn't even consider it until I started writing this review. Which leads me to the planet itself, and I love it. To have this much creative freedom and yet it still functions is amazing. Yes, some of the planet doesn't really have that much depth compared to others, but when you put it overall, the whole planet, the whole levels itself, it looks like a masterpiece, a painting they always wanted to paint one level at a time. And that's pretty cool. Though some work can be a bit on the maze side, most of them are fun. And get this, almost all the stars are optional again. Thank the space and the concept of time! And can I just say, the music in this game is perfect. I believe this was the first game that they implemented orchestra in almost all their levels, and not only to make it work, but to make each and every music feel unique and distinct and fun to hear, while also adding electronics with it, makes me smile. Yes, there are a few music that are still okay-ish, but with so many that is good to excellent, those are just some that me is nitpicking. From stress-free bleach to hunting boss fight to space exploring, it works, it's nice, and I want more of this. But is the controls good? Well, it depends. I like to play the game with motion controls, so shaking one controller will make the Mario spin while moving it this with this analog. For me, this is the most comfortable as I just have to jump and then you shake and all the jazz. In the Wii port, we had also the wire, so nunchuck would be moved and you get all the jazz. But here, you can just put your hand all the way over there and just play however you want. For me, it's just jump, shake, move. That's all I needed. Well, there's also, button to crouch and talk, but that's easy. What becomes a problem for me is when you play with a controller or with handheld mode. See, you have to play it, and to spin you have to press another button, not the jump button again. And that feels a little bit clunky and iffy for me. I know some people who would actually love that and vice versa. So each of its own. If you prefer playing handheld, motion or with a controller, that's perfectly fine. Though, one thing I need to say, if you are gonna play handheld, make sure you play near a table or something, because when you're trying to collect stars, the controls, well, let's just say it just feels like you will drop your consoles or something, so better be safe than sorry. With that said, Mario has so many options to move that it is the most fun I had controlling him. We have spin attack, spin jump, side jump, long jump, back jump to wall jump to spin jump, and the list goes on and on. And it makes you wonder how to get through each level with your options. A little bit not much at times, but it's always nice to have. Though I do wish each planet had more stars. I mean, there are a lot of worlds for sure, but I always want to get more stars in my favorite worlds at time. Oh well. Well, actually it's a double-edged sword. At one point the cosmos is really fun, but those are usually short ones. Long ones are mostly... For example, there's red cosmoses. Well, if you even get hit once, you need to restart back to the starting point. Some are fine, others are pain in the ass. Blue ones are one of my favorites because you essentially in a race with the Cosmos Mario imposter. Whoever reaches the star first wins. And honestly, I'm 100% fine with Cosmos added. They add more spice and challenges in the game. Though I do wish A, I could ignore it and try other styles if wanted, and B, they don't reappear and disappear randomly every time. I mean, you can change the cosmos with a Luma, but that's a bit of a hassle. I digress. Anyway, after you collect enough stars by any order, yes, I'm still mad about Mario Sunshine, you reach the final stage of the game, which, can I just say, is badass for a Mario game. The way that everything you learn plus some more, and the fact it can be dangerous if you're not careful, it feels like everything is trying to stop you to go meet Bowser. But you make it, and you fight him one last time. The finale is badass, and so was the boss fight. And the ending of them all is rewarding to the max. After you have beaten the game, you get a special cosmos called the Purple Cosmos, in which you need to collect 100 purple coins to get a star. The thing is, that is the weakest point of the game. See, some of them are fun, some of them are easy, some of them can be frustrating, and some of them are just obnoxious. There's just some world where you just walk around and collect the coins. And no, there aren't any extra purple coins. Exactly 100. So finding them can take so long that it becomes annoying after you did just with one stage. This just drags on and on for the sake of increasing the completion time. And that's not cool. After you have 100% the game with Mario, you get a memento photo, a bonus stage, and a next playable character, Luigi, which, yes, after you 100% him as well, you also get a memento photo. I love this game. I have completed it, I have beaten it, I have completed with both, you know the jazz by now. And honestly, I would recommend this game to everyone, especially if you want this to be your first Mario game. It's good, and honestly, I want this kind of game to be the next Mario games moving forward. I love it, and I can't wait to play more of these games. I still haven't played Mario Odysseys and everything, so that's gonna be interesting. But that's for another reviews and marathon. And speaking of that, we are done with this marathon. So, what's gonna be the next? Is it gonna be reviews? Is it gonna be weirdo reviews? Is it gonna be indies? I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm gonna continue doing weirdo reviews, mainly because, well, it just feels sometimes fixated, but I have to talk about everything, the controls, the presentation, the music, everything. I don't know. Maybe I'll modify it to the way that I'll also enjoy weirdo review a lot. But this is one of the good ones I have done, especially when I'm making the scripts and everything. I have pretty much said everything, so thank you so much for watching it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, subscribe and stay connected.